Hi, this is Johnny Chambers from the Microsoft US Education team, and in this recording I'm going to have a look at working with dynamic distribution groups on Outlook Live with PowerShell. So I've got a few commands stacked up here ready to go that I'm going to run through. Let's just take the first one and have a look at it. So this is going to create a dynamic distribution group. A dynamic group in Outlook Live is a group that is built off of a query. So in this example, I'm going to create a new group. The name of the group is going to be called All Contoso. This will actually be compressed into all Contoso at contososchool.info once the group's created. And the recipients for this group will simply be mailbox users. So this is a good example of a group that you might create where you want to simply capture everyone that's got a mailbox on the service. So if I run this, the group gets created. Simple as that. That group will now appear in the global address list, and anyone who emails that group will essentially be emailing everyone in the domain that has got a mailbox. So it could be quite a lot of users. Next, let's look at a more tailored example here. Let's copy this and paste it into PowerShell. Look at this one. So again, new dynamic distribution group. The name of this group is All Biochemistry Students. This time I want to specify an alias manually as opposed to letting Exchange work one out for me. So I'm going to call it Biochem. As far as the query is concerned to build up this group, again the query is saying here that the recipients, they must be mailbox users. And then in this case I'm looking at the department attribute of the mailboxes and saying that it has to be equal to biochemistry. So if I hit enter on that, again the group will get created. Now, one of the things I can do here is I can check to see for that group that I've just created who is actually in the group. If I was to sort of email that group, who would get a message. So I've got a couple of lines here that I can run to build that query. So I'm going to copy that, go to PowerShell, paste. So this command is simply going to create a variable, if you like, or an object that is going to get the dynamic distribution group called Biochem and store it for use in the next step. So I'm going to run that. Nothing really happens. Go to the next step. Copy this. Paste it into PowerShell. So in this example here, what's going to happen is it's going to run the get recipient commandlet, and it's going to preview the recipients. It's going to query the $DDG object that I created in the previous step. So if I run this, down below you can see that there are basically 3 people in this domain that have got their department attribute set to biochemistry. So John, David, and I think this one's Alex Jones. Those are the 3. Something else you can do here which is quite useful is if you don't want the information being returned to the shell, you can actually export the information to a CSV file. This is especially useful if you have got a large group of users in the group. So it's the same build-up. So get recipient, recipient preview filter, ddg.recipient filter. I'm going to pipe that into the select object command, which is essentially going to allow me to filter out what particular attribute that I want to see. So I'm going to filter out the name attribute, and then further than that I'm going to pipe that again into the export CSV command, and I'm going to pipe it out to a biochem.csv file on my tools directory on the C drive. So let's run this command and then check the tools directory. There's a file called biochem.csv. Let's open it up, and it shows me the 3 people that are going to be in this group if I was to email it in a CSV file. Okay. The last thing I'm going to show you is how to remove a distribution group. So let's just copy and paste this command into PowerShell. So I'm going to remove dynamic distribution group with the identity biochem, and this last switch -confirm $false is going to suppress the confirmation, the sort of "are you sure" confirmation. So let's run this, and that's the group gone. So that's it. Thanks for watching.